Hey Scrap Bosses, I'm back with two fun cards to share with you from the Keep It Simple line by Becki Adams. Today I'm going to show you the Celebrate the Little Things kit, and then I'm going to make two really cool, simple cards using some of the products from the kit. So this is going to be my last project that I do for them using these three kits, and of course you can find more information about the kits on the Keep It Simple website. I posted a link down below. Before we dig into the card making, I want to show you what comes in the Celebrate the Little Things collection pack. I had some video footage of the kit and somehow it got lost, so I did pop in some images of this kit so that you can take a look at it. So first off is the collection pack, which features 12 by 12 pattern papers, and you can see samples of those pattern papers above the label there. There's also some cut aparts and some tags, so similar to the other two collections that I showed you recently, so make sure that you check those out. Now also in this collection pack, you get a 12 by 12 sheet of stickers, so there's some letter font, both block and just your standard letter, beautiful fonts, as well as some other fun images, some hearts, a light bulb with flowers, I'm still trying to understand that icon, a camera, a rainbow, a typewriter, and there's also some really cute border stickers there at the bottom. Like the other collections, you also get a set of chipboard words, amazing, enjoy, and celebrate with this kit. And then there's also some die cuts, ephemera die cuts. You get 38 pieces to a pack. And here are some of those pieces more closely with some frames and looks like some banners up there, as well as some tags, hearts, and tabs. There's a set of enamel dots. You get 60 pieces. Of course, they coordinate with the colors with the kit, as well as some stamps with some really fun images. I'm going to use that Celebrate stamp, but there's also a camera, the word today, wonderful, a heart, and a light bulb. There's also three, this comes in one pack, Traveler's Notebooks. Those are all beautiful patterns that mimic the patterns that are in the paper pack. And then, of course, you get some washi tape. All of these other items are sold separately from the collection pack, so make sure you check it out on the Keep It Simple website. Now let's make two really fun cards. Now just so happened that I needed to make some birthday cards, and so I decided to use this pack because it's Celebrate the Little Things, so it had some really fun icons and images in order to create some cute birthday cards. So what I did was I trimmed down 2 pieces of pattern paper from the kit, ran it through my Big Shot using that Lawn Fawn border die that I just showed you, and what that did was it added just a faint bit of stitching around the edges. That's one of my favorite dies. It really does elevate the look of your cards. Now, I'm the type of card maker that likes to keep things simple, and I don't make cards often. So whenever I can just pop out a quick card just to give to a friend or a family member for whatever occasion, then I usually go with a clean and simple style. So that's what I'm doing here, taking some coordinating pattern papers, a couple of embellishments, and calling it good. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking my smaller panel, I added some fun foam to that and a little bit of adhesive. I also ran that through my Big Shot with that border die, stacked that on top of the floral pattern paper. I'm going to take that Celebrate die cut that comes with the ephemera pack, as well as that little cupcake that's on a little stand. I'm going to pop that up on some foam squares here in a second, but first I wanted here the banner that says Celebrate Today. And then next I'm going to take some foam squares, I'm going to pop up that little cupcake that's on a little cupcake stand, I guess, and just add that to the back of that sticker just to give it a little bit of height and presence on the card. That added dimension is what brings a lot of interest to an otherwise very simple card. And I think it's just little small details like that that really elevate your card. And that's something that took me a while to learn as I was learning how to be a card maker years ago. So I'm going to go ahead and add that little cupcake with a little stand there to the card, and I think that looks good. I wanted to add something to that cupcake, so I grabbed another sticker from the sticker sheet. I'm going to add a little bit of foam behind that sticker. It's a little yellow star. I felt that it needed something to sort of break up all that pink and blue. And then, of course, to add another dimensional element to the card, and I think that looks cute. I'm going to grab some of the enamel dots from the collection, and I'm just going to sprinkle those on the card. And my thing with enamel dots is I never know when enough is enough, so I just kind of put it on there and see if I like it. I almost stopped there, and I could have stopped there, and that would have been just fine. But then I want to add some more because I wanted to add just a little bit more texture to this card. I look at it and I'm like, nah, I probably should add some more to that. Why not? So more enamel dots I added and called it a day. So there's my simple, clean Celebrate Today birthday card that's being mailed off to a friend. Now, similar design, this time I have it on the horizontal, again, using some of the beautiful pattern papers from the kit, that little damask pattern, and then there's a little kind of a wonky polka dot. That's the way that I think it looks. I'm going to add some fun foam to the back of the smaller panel. Both of these ran through my Big Shot using that Lawn Fawn border die, that stitch die. It's one of my favorites. Before I do that, however, I do want to add a bit of embossing. So I'm going to take this Celebrate stamp from the collection. I'm going to ink that up with my Versamark ink and apply that to the little pink panel. First, I'm going to go ahead and rub a little bit of powder on that panel. And what that does is it prevents your embossing powder, the little flyaways, from sticking on your project. So once I have that powder on there, I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp using Versamark. And then I'm going to stamp that directly onto that panel. Once that's applied, I'm going to go ahead and apply my embossing powder. And I think this might be Recollections or Ranger. That looks like a Ranger brand. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that and see how that powder just kind of falls off. And then, of course, if there's any of that powder that remains after you've applied it over your ink, you just take a small paintbrush and just brush it away, but careful not to brush away the image that you want to heat emboss. So going to add some fun foam to the back of that panel, a little bit of tape, and there we go. That panel is nice and secure. I'm going to take my bone folder to sort of spread out, not spread out, that's not what I'm looking for. The panel kind of buckled a little bit when I applied the heat, so I was trying to straighten it out just a tiny bit. So I took some of these really cute banners from the die cut pack, and I think there's also banners on the sticker sheet as well. I'm going to add a little bit of fun foam to the back of those banners. What I did was I took the blue banner and I think the green banner, I'm going to flip it over here in a second, and I adhered them together as one unit and then added the fun foam and then added a little bit more adhesive so that I can stick that on there. And I wanted fun foam on those banners to give it a little bit of height. Okay, so yes, I used the blue and the green. That'll work. Then I have the sticker here that says Let's Party. And so I just applied that right on top of the banners just to give it a little added interest. And then, of course, here I am with the enamel dots. I'm going to put a little bit on there just to add some texture and dimension. I'm looking at that to see if I like it, and I do. It stays. So that card is all done. So 2 very simple, clean cards. The pattern papers, the colors, the designs of everything, it really does all the work. All I had to do was just assemble the card. And you know what? My friends that are getting these cards are going to absolutely love them and probably think I spent 10,000 hours doing it, but only it took me about maybe 10 minutes per card. To learn more about the awesome kits designed by Becki Adams through Keep It Simple Paper Crafts, make sure you head on over to the Keep It Simple website. The link is posted down below. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button, and when you do, also click that bell indicator. That way you'll know every time I post a new video to this channel. Now you go and be creative.